Back on the Variac once again today. Alright, we're here with you on a Sunday afternoon, about 2:30 in the afternoon. Actually, you know, I told you I was going to forget to set that clock back, and it is exactly 1:28 in the afternoon instead of 2:28. So I'll have to set that clock back or something. I may not mess with it because I hate setting clocks back for a few months and then having to redo it again, and it's just stupid. But anyway. What I have here is the Variac, and this is the live switch right now. I'm going to prove that in just a second. Now these two in the middle are not live, but these two on the end are live. And let me set this up. Voltage AC. Yeah. So let's touch this and this. And there we have 122.1 volts. So you can see that is very live. Now I'm going to switch the switch off, and hopefully you can still see things, I think. Let me turn this light on here so we can see what we're doing. And I'll do the same exact thing again. Now there is absolutely, well, there's 0.018 volts there. So you can see. Let me do this one more time, and we'll turn this off, turn this back on, and again, like I said, with the switch on, I do have power there, 121.7, and if we check up here, there should be nothing because the switch is not on. And there is nothing. So once we do turn the switch on, it energizes these two connections here, which makes everything inside the Variac go live. So basically I have wires, or I have the feed coming into the switch on the Variac, which is here, these two bottom ones, and then once the switch, it's a single pole double a double pole single throw switch. So it just energizes this one and this one when I turn the switch on. And that in turn, like I said, turns the Variac on here itself, and energizes the fuse over here and the pilot light and things like that. And it also energizes, these are the two wires. I remember I told you I had a brown wire going to the AC adapters, the wall warts to power the meters on the AC panel. That's these two wires here, these brown wires right here, so they're there. So that is that. Now, the reason I'm showing this is because I'm going to take and turn the lights off, and we're going to go ahead and remove that. I don't want anything live when I'm doing this, because even though I'm careful, it's easy enough to touch either one of these. And of course, if I touch the white one, it's going to probably have a problem because that's neutral, that's ground. But the hot one is the black one there, and we don't want to touch that. So, like I say, I'm going to go ahead and take the fuse panel out and see if we can't get it ready to accept the breaker. Let's see if I can show you that a little bit better, I think. Get into it. There, you can see it right there. That's the fuse holder right there. And we'll have to take that nut there off, take these wires off, and then once we get the circuit breaker in, it'll go in that same exact spot, and we'll just put the wires to the new connections, and that should do it, hopefully. So now I probably will have to have some solder when I do the new fuse or circuit breaker, but I think I can reach the wires out here enough, out this way enough. Let me get you back this way. I think around in here to where I can do the soldering out here, and then just put it back over there after I get it done. So because these wires will not be live even with the lights on until this switch is thrown. So that's the plan, and so I'm going to go ahead and see about taking the fuse holder out and I'll go ahead and leave the camera run, and we'll be on the auxiliary light, as it were. And so when we get that done, and then we can get everything ready to go. As soon as that comes tomorrow, we can attach that and put it in, and we'll have the Variac live again after we put it back in, and that'll be good. So stick with us. Well, now that's going to create a little problem there, I do believe. I don't think that is going to come off past that nut. The way it's looking, anyway. That's going to have to be cleaned off or something. I'm about ready to get out my cutoff wheel. Just cut it off because I doubt that I'll ever use this again. And that might be the easiest way to do it. I'm thinking. Let's see if I can get this down here where I can see what I'm doing without messing up the, what do you call it, too much. There we go. I think that'll do it. I hope. Just kind of keep an eye on the live wire at the same time I'm doing all this. There we go. There. Just like that. I could reuse it if I needed to. I can get enough solder on that. So, I'm not going to, but that takes care of that. Really pretty easy job. This is much heavier duty than I ordered from China, obviously. So it would be a good one to save. And it is a lower profile design. So, like I say, that's what she looks like. Like I said, I got plenty of solder to there if I need to use it. But that's very much shorter. It's like the one I just installed into the dual DC power supply. Shorter design. And I'm hoping that will be okay, because I think that one circuit breaker I'm getting is a little longer than that. Now I may have to kind of come up with a solution like this. You see how much spacer there is on this side. That's what, you know, makes it shorter that way. I may have to try to do that with the circuit breaker, to where when I put it in there I can obviously it won't hit back in the back. I mean, I can put something around it to keep it from hitting, you know what I mean. But I just want to make sure that it fits without touching anything where it's not supposed to touch. So that should do that. Take a drink of tea here because I deserve it. Oh, that's some good stuff. Gonna look into my light, find out what the problem is with it. See if I can't find the charger and charge it up, just to see if that is the problem. Go ahead and unplug the cutoff wheel. I don't need that anymore. And I'll set this back up where everything's out of the way and nothing will be touching. Now I think I have enough wire coming out of that black wire. You see, there it is right there. I think there's plenty of that so I can solder over here on the side, get this as far over here like this as I can, and I think that'll be plenty. And this one's obviously a lot longer. So this has got that heating type covering on it, which I assume is to help with the heat. Probably some heat generated by this, I would say, under a good load. So we'll go ahead and put that over here like this. Keep it out of the way, everything. And that should be hunky-dory until I get the circuit breaker tomorrow. I'm hoping, like I said, I didn't actually look at the measurements on that, but I'm hoping, let me get this back here. I'm really hoping that will fit in there without too much modification, because I don't want to modify it a lot. But I mean, I will, to keep it where it's supposed to be, safe and all that stuff. But so, alright, well, I think that's going to do me for another little Sunday adventure. Not a lot to this one, obviously, but we did get that old fuse holder out. Oldie but a goodie. And I'm happy with the results. And we will probably catch you tomorrow sometime. I really wasn't planning on making a video today, but I was sitting in my chair and watching the videos, and I got caught up, and I thought, well, you know, what the heck, you know, I might as well go ahead and get the old fuse holder out, because that's got to be done before I can put the new one in. So that's what we did. I think it worked out well. So you guys have a pleasant day. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you